Hello, welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today's video is a heat transfer process video. This is a special video because I'm going to show you a new process, or a relatively new process, that you can create stencils on your screen with no emulsion, no inkjet film, no chemicals, no washout booth, no water. Basically none of the traditional things that you would expect to use in screen printing when we make a screen. This is a product from Rhinotech. Rhinotech is one of the vendors on the print supplies page, and they offer a unique system that is a laser transfer system. They call it the RhinoScreen Dry Stencil System. And basically we're going to take a laser print like this, which is in a negative format, which is different from what we're used to in screen printing. Normally we create a positive, a film positive. Well, with this we create a negative that we print with a laser printer, okay? And we're going to print it onto this piece here. It's marked much like laser heat transfer paper, self-weeding laser heat transfer paper, where you're going to transfer a t-shirt. It's marked much in the same way. It has two sheets because it's a two-step process. And first you're going to print the black only laser design in a negative onto your image sheet. And then we have, if I could grab it, the adhesive sheet, which we're going to marry in the heat press before we actually transfer the stencil to the screen. Okay, so first, I'd like to say that what I've discovered, I've worked with this stencil system a little bit. I've done several tests with it, and it's very cool. It can work very well. But the catch is that your laser printer has to be in 110% working order. Meaning, if your laser printer is printing deficient prints where there's spots or streaks or this or that, those will most definitely show up in your stencil because it's printed in the toner, which is going to make your stencil. So that's why I am using a Rhinotech printout, because my laser printer is a piece of garbage and it was not capable of producing a fine enough print, clean. I kept getting spots inside my negative area, which would have been horrible for the stencil. So if you're going to use this process, you need to make sure that your laser printer is in absolutely perfect working order and that your prints are 100%, no spots, and no streaking that is going to leave white spots or anything like that. If you see some marks or streaking in the black toner, as long as it's all black, that's fine. Okay, so that's the first step, is using a 100% perfectly working, good working order laser printer, and I suggest using a black only, although you can use color laser printers. You just set the print to use black toner only, okay? And you go ahead and print it out. Currently, we have, I think on the print supplies page is the 8.5 by 11 dry stencil packs that are available. And we're going to take the adhesive sheet and the laser printout and put them together. Okay. And we're going to put them in the heat press so that the image sheet, the part that we printed, is on top. Okay, now I'm going to put in 20 seconds because that's what the instructions say for Rhinotech is press it for 20 seconds at about 225 degrees, and then we're going to peel them immediately. It's a hot peel, okay? So let's see what happens. Okay, so reviewing quickly, make sure that you're using a very good working laser printer, and it's a two-part process, of course. So you're going to have to do this part first before you reset the temperature on your press to actually make the stencil. Okay, so we're going to peel it hot. and that looks good. So far so good, that looks perfect. Okay, so here's a little close-up of the stencil transfer after the first part where you put the adhesive on it. And I wanted to show this because these look a little bit better than the first one I did actually in the video. So I wanted to show you this close up and how the toner, as you can see, has kind of turned this white pasty gray. And that's the way you want it to look. Okay, so now I have my screen ready, and it's important to, prep your screen nicely, as usual, like you would want to in any screen printing, screen making situation. And we're about to do what would be kind of unthinkable, but we're going to put the screen in the press, the heat press. And we ramped up the power to 350 degrees, and we're going to do 30 seconds. Okay, so I have the stencil system, dry stencil system. I'm going to place it on here. I'm not going to use any Teflon sheet or craft paper or anything. Okay, and remember, it's, again, you're going to need to use a really good working laser printer. You're going to need to prep the screen. Okay, and you're going to need to be comfortable with putting screens in the heat press. And if you're worried about like mesh distortion or things happening to the mesh, does that happen? If questions about that, the honest answer for me is I don't know. Okay, so I don't know technically about all that kind of stuff. I would imagine there could be some distortion or elongation or something going on when you put your mesh in the heat press like that. So you'd have to research that to find out more. Okay, so now this part of the process is a cold peel, and I think, from what I've learned in the past, I think the best way to do it is kind of like a Band-Aid. You just whip it off. For some reason, I think I discovered that if you go slow, sometimes it can cause problems. So the first thing that is pretty critical as well is that you got to let it cool off. Okay, so all right, so now I've let it cool off. I had the fan up above me on before, sorry about that, but it was getting a little warm in here. So now it's pretty cool. I don't want to do this near the element actually, now that I think about that. Don't do it near the element because as you're just putting it there, it'll heat it up right again. So I'm just going to peel it off like that, and that's it, okay? So you can see that we have a stencil, and it looks pretty decent. Oops, let me try to center it there for you. All right, I'll turn it over even, let you. Okay, so that looks like, it looks pretty good. There it is. So, that's pretty cool. It's a very cool little system. I mean, just to be able to do that like that, here, let's see, how close can I get? I don't know. Just to be able to do that like that is really cool. So, maybe in another video, I will print with this screen. Okay, so stay tuned for more on this product, and I hope it's helpful to you and useful to you in some way. Okay? Thanks a lot for watching Cat Spit Productions educational videos about screen printing. I appreciate that, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. And also remember, visit the website and take advantage of the print supplies discounts that I have for you all on the print supplies page. It's pretty cool stuff, so check it out. Thanks for watching.